Good evening, students. And now in this particular video of mine, the discussion would be more on the logical relations and how he enters into the logic, in order to make us understand that how logic and language are very closely related to each other. And with this, I hope now if you would go back to Frege in his sense and reference paper that we were dealing in the first part, he does touch upon and introduces propositional statements, propositions without giving us the background knowledge. However, in Vishwanath Bhatt's book Nyaya Siddhanta Muktavali, you have seen the way he has laid out a very clear picture or the foundation for the entire understanding, for the knowledge, and then through the knowledge he has shown that yes, out of the four valid sources of the knowledge, perception is the main one, and how from perception he reaches out to the Padagyanam or the verbal knowledge that we have checked out. Now here in this particular video, in this particular discussion of mine through for each one of you, you will see that logical, okay, now Frege I have completed, Russell on denotation. Now I would be proceeding further once I complete with this, how he comes over to denotative functions of the words also we will see, and then I'll touch base. However, you should even understand that Russell is a logician apart from being a mathematician, and you should understand that how he is also giving importance to logic via the help of the language, and he is taking care of it. Though in Austin he does touch upon the importance of logic through propositional statements, however he does not stress upon as to how the language moves towards the propositional statements, and we have seen and we have criticized him in his work. Whereas here in Nyaya Siddhanta Muktavali, we have seen that with the clear explanation of the presence of that negation, which is a sign of the logical sign that is existing for us. He sets forth the importance of the logic in his Nyaya philosophy. So now you are able to see the differences, how the things are taking place. Frege, who is the mentor of Russell, who is known to be a very good logician and the analytic philosopher, and the manner he discusses, we have seen even in his denotation, denoting minds, how he takes up, and we will find out, and you can do a very good comparative work and see what are the differences between Vishwanath Bhatt as well as Russell. Now Frege I have shown, and here, and that's the reason Hesperus as well as the phosphorus is the words which are there, and towards the end of that discussion, maybe after a few videos, we will see as to how we can resolve that issue which Frege was unable to do it, and he left it as a puzzle for us. Whereas this is not a puzzle as far as Prachi Nayayikas are concerned, especially with Vishwanath Bhatt, and we should appreciate his work also. So here in this particular thing, you can see that logical relations, when I am discussing about logical relations, we know that there are 5 signs that we use it. What are those? Dot, standing for conjunction, then we have got implication or the conditionals, then we have seen biconditionals, then we have got either, or, and negation. These are the 5 signs that you have understood through the subject of logic. We have seen that. So he says that there are logical relationships, and these can be identified in the language. Okay, now in logic classes of yours, you have seen that yes, the normal language sentences which are there, you are translating them into the logical sentences or statements or propositions, and I'm not supposed to discuss about all those things. We are aware of what exactly are the categorical statements, and how these few relations that we have got, how they are being translated into logical or the propositional statements, and then we are proceeding further in order to understand certain things. Now here, when he is talking about logical relations, he is bifurcated into two parts. One is the psychological relations, and on the other hand he has the logical relation. Now psychological relations are the ones that we use using those simple symbols, the logical symbols that we have got, whereas the psychological relations would be the manner in which we are going to use. When I say we, each one of us is going to use these logical relations with respect to the language. And when he is talking about the language, he says that there are grammatical relations. So here in this particular discussion, you can see that through the help of the language on one side, logical relations, and the interplay between soul, mind, and the intellect, he has come up and derived three important varieties of relations. What are they? Psychological relations for corresponding to soul, mind, and intellect. Logical relations, we have got the logical relations through those 5 symbols that we use it, and language is giving importance to the grammatical relations. Now when I'm discussing about the importance of grammar, we will see how they are talking about it. So with the help of the psychological relations and the logical relation, he comes upon what we call it as the propositional relationships. Now does this remind you? For Frege, Russell, and Austin, all 3 of them are talking about propositional relations themselves. Frege in terms of propositional statements, Russell again statement, Austin statements. However, the neat package which Vishwanath Bhatt has given to us to arrive at the propositional relation was far better as compared to Frege, Russell, as well as Austin. So this is how you need to understand. Now from the propositional relations, we know that there are prepositions, no more of sentences. So when I say sentences belong to the normal spoken language. However, once I reach to the logical statements, those would be called as the prepositions, and these convey distinct meaning. Now what does this mean? This means that in normal life, when I am discussing something, okay, that has got the normal meaning. However, these things are automatically I should say converted into the logical statements and everything, and you are able to give out what we call it as the distinct meaning, and this has got the 4 qualities. And this is the important part of the exam, wherein they ask you what are the 4 qualities that you can see, and these are the 4 qualities. What are they? Contiguity, and we will have again a different discussion on contiguity. Contiguity is asatti, then consistency, which is the yogyata, that is the semantic competency. Then we have got the syntactic expectancy, which is the structure, grammatical, which is important for us, and that is called as akanksha, and intention, which is called as tatparya of the speaker. So these things again we will be discussing in length as a part of our course, and we should understand. So here when I say asatti, it means that contiguity, and it is nothing but the sequence of the words in a sentence which are arranged in a proper succession, which is also called as, it's a part of our semantics. Okay. Now semantics itself is a huge area when we are talking about the communication or when we pick up philosophy of language. Remember this thing. Consistency, which he talks about in terms of the semantic competency, and that is the yogyata. And here you can see that he is talking about the consistency. When I say consistency in the mutual agreement of words plus their sense. Okay, now if I talk gibberish to you, then you will say she's talking just nonsense. You will not be able to understand. So you will say there's no consistency in the flow of the words at all. So there are no contradictions at all. So this is one important aspect of the prepositions and the meaning which is coming in. Then the structure of the preposition is very important, and you yourself have seen that in Western concept of the logic, what preposition is and how the entire thing taking place. In proposition, subject predicate has to be there, they has to be properly arranged. Then when you go further into the argument, further communication part of it, you have seen that yes, major premises, minor premises, middle term, conclusion, then the premises are there, how the arrangement has to be there. All those things have been given to us through the structure, and that's why because Nayayikas are very strict grammarians, so grammatical importance for the formation of words mapped with meanings is very, very important in their I should say language domain of the verbal knowledge. Last but not the least is the intention, wherein the meaning is attached from a speaker. Now, whenever I'm talking, there is something in my mind which is taking place, and I'm trying to convey something through the words, and that those words have got certain meaning, which is my intention to reach out to the public which is outside there. So this is what he is introducing with the help of the different relations, and very nicely he has explained to us, and we need to go ahead and appreciate completely the entire package which he has given. And this is the importance of the nature of the verbal knowledge given to us by Vishwanath Bhatt, which you have to understand. Now, apart from that, there is one more thing that I wanted to make you understand, and that is let's take up with that one also, and you would be able to see that yes, he is talking about a certain thing, and that has been given to us in terms of what I call it as the relationship that he's talking about. So we have seen earlier that there are 4 kinds of relationships. Remember this: logical relations, psychological relations, then logical relations, and the grammatical. So logical relations is 1, psychological is 2, 3 is the he's talking about the grammatical one, and within the logical he's talking about the propositional relation. So these are the 4 kinds of relations that he is talking in his philosophy, and we need to remember it completely. Now, apart from that, you will see out here the discussion, that is what there is this interrelationship we have seen. However, the relationship amongst the 4 qualities of the language. Now, this is a very important topic of our entire discussions on his book, and you should remember that if sometimes in examination when they ask you what are the 4 qualities of the language and what is their relationship, so you should be able to understand that yes, they are talking about asakti, yogyata, akanksha, tatparya, or contiguity, consistency, structure, and the intention of the speaker. This becomes very, very important to us on one hand. On the other hand, the logical explanation of propositions which he gives to us, and he says that this is over and above the grammatical structure. Now, they assume that yes, whenever sentences or those propositions are given, grammar has been taken care of in fullest form, number 1, and then they are talking about the logical explanation, then the relationship between the ideas and their connectedness. So now you should be able to understand that how the ideas that he is talking about, the connectedness in a very nice package that he is talking. And this picture you can compare it with Russell, which I have given to you in the classroom when I was discussing about the idea. In Frege talks in terms of the ideas, Russell talks about in terms of thoughts, and how these thoughts are different from individual to individual. I have showcased in that picture, which you all possess, and now here Vishwanath Bhatt. So with this, he starts off his discussion on inference, then analogy, and then comes the verbal language, which is the testimony for us. So with this becomes the foundation for him for the nature of the verbal language and knowledge, and then he proceeds further into great depth of understanding certain things. And I think from here onwards you need to focus more as to what exactly he is trying to give it to us. So let me stop here, and I'll be coming up with a different discussion altogether as to how he begins with the word knowledge, or the knowledge of the words for us. does, and then we can see it further also. Till then, thank you and take care. Bye.